XX 1 2 3 4 5 / 6. The 6 signs of true healing, a journey toward wholeness. Healing is not the elimination of wounds. It is not the disappearance of pain, sadness, fear, or even despair. True healing is not about getting better in the way we often mean it, sterile, sanitized, optimized. Healing is about becoming whole. Carl Jung, one of the 20th century's most courageous thinkers of the inner world, argued that healing comes not through banishing darkness but through integration. He understood that our psyches are not meant to be polished surfaces free of scratch or stain, but richly woven tapestries, full of both light and shadow. The process of becoming whole, what Jung called individuation, is the path of discovering who we truly are beneath the layers of conditioning, shame, pretense, and avoidance. In this context, the following 6 signs are not milestones of perfection, but footprints of inner transformation. They are not loud. They don't announce themselves. But if you listen carefully, they whisper that something real and lasting is changing in you. 1. Acceptance of the shadow. The first sign of healing is a quiet, often subtle, acceptance of your shadow. The shadow is the hidden part of you, your shame, your rage, your jealousy, your envy, your selfishness. The very parts you were taught to hide. In the early stages of awakening, we may try to eliminate the shadow, believing it is an obstacle. But as we grow, we realize, the shadow is not the enemy of the soul, it is part of it. To heal is not to scrub ourselves clean of darkness but to turn toward it with curiosity, compassion, and responsibility. When you find yourself no longer needing to pretend you are always good, when you stop being shocked by your own human emotions, when you can sit beside your darker impulses without immediately acting on them or judging them, you are healing. 2. Letting go of perfectionism. The second sign is the death of perfectionism. Healing teaches us that we don't need to be ideal to be whole. In fact, the very quest for perfection is often born out of wounding, a childhood belief that love must be earned by being flawless, pleasing, or exceptional. True healing allows for imperfection. It gives you permission to be messy. You stop chasing some airbrushed version of life. You stop comparing yourself to the images projected on screens. You begin to honor your scars as sacred, because they tell the truth of your becoming. Wholeness is not found in control, it is found in surrender. And when you stop needing to meet every expectation, when you can say I am enough without conditions, you are healing. 3. The return of emotional honesty. The third sign is emotional honesty. Many people go through life wearing masks, even with themselves. They say I'm fine when they're breaking. They smile when they feel nothing. They try to manifest away their grief, spiritual bypass their anger, or medicate their anxiety into silence. Healing is what happens when the emotional dam breaks. When you cry for the first time in years and realize your tears are holy. When you stop apologizing for your sensitivity. When you can say to someone, that hurt me, without shame. Honesty with yourself is one of the most radical acts of love. As healing deepens, you no longer need to deny your emotions. You can feel them fully without becoming consumed by them. You become emotionally agile, not by pushing feelings away, but by letting them flow. 4. Compassion for the inner child. The fourth sign is a surprising tenderness, a growing compassion for your younger self. Many of our wounds are not adult wounds. They are childhood bruises carried forward in adult bodies, the child who was never seen, never protected, never told you are okay just as you are. In healing, that child starts to emerge again, not in regression, but in integration. You no longer despise your vulnerability. You don't roll your eyes at your own needs. You begin to listen gently to that part of you that once had no voice. You protect it now, not with anger, but with love. This compassion is not sentimental. It is fierce. It changes how you speak to yourself. You stop saying, "Get over it," and start saying, "Tell me what hurts." 5. Embracing paradox. The fifth sign of healing is the ability to hold contradiction without panic. In unhealed states, we crave certainty, black and white thinking, dogma. We want answers. We want right versus wrong, good versus bad. But healing invites you into paradox. I can feel strong and afraid. I can love someone and set boundaries. I can grieve what happened and be grateful for the lessons. I can be spiritual and messy. To be whole is to recognize that life is not either or, but both and. The healed person doesn't rush to resolve conflict at all costs. They can sit with conflict, both internal and external. They are not looking to fix themselves or others anymore. Instead, they are present. And presence is more powerful than fixing. 6. Living in integrity. Finally, the sixth sign is integrity, not moral superiority, but congruence between your inner truth and outer life. So many of us live split in two, the self we show the world, and the self that exists beneath the mask. Healing is when those two selves begin to merge. You speak more honestly. You say no when you mean no. You stop performing. You start making choices that align with your values, not just your fears. Integrity is not perfection, it is alignment. You may still falter, but you no longer betray yourself for approval. You begin to walk your own path, even if it's lonely at times. And this, more than anything, is a sign that healing is taking root. Conclusion: the sacred work of becoming whole. Healing is not a destination. It is not a certificate, a breakthrough moment, or a spiritual merit badge. It is a slow, spiraling journey toward wholeness. And wholeness is messy, contradictory, and beautiful. It does not mean freedom from suffering. It means freedom from self-abandonment. This path doesn't start in books, or retreats, or therapy, though all of these may help. It starts in the quiet moments. In the mirror. In a tear that finally falls. In a word of truth you didn't swallow. It starts when you stop running from yourself and begin to return, again and again, to who you really are.